We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome back. So today I want to talk about misinformation. There always seems to be a lot of it going on, especially when it comes to the internet, and apparently especially with YouTube in general. Somebody is always getting the facts wrong. So what, pray tell, are they getting wrong this time, Tommy? Well, Tommy will tell you what they are getting wrong still to this day, and I don't understand how after all the years that have passed. But they are still getting this wrong. People are still saying that Disney bought Star Wars. They did not buy Star Wars. I just don't understand where this myth has come from, but it's like the saying goes, when the myth is told enough times, it becomes fact. And that's kind of what has happened here. Enough people had said Disney bought Star Wars, Disney bought Star Wars, Disney bought Star Wars, when they did not. But somehow it has just become de facto information now. People just randomly spout this stuff off, and they just never really dig in, and they never really do their homework. Now, I really can't fault a lot of people when they're just this irritated about a franchise that has let them down in so many freaking ways. I understand their rage and I understand their anger, but at the same time, a lot of it is misplaced when they're saying these type of things, because it just makes the whole argument seem kind of moot. So what we will do is we will go back and we will read one of the articles from December 21st, 2012 from The Hollywood Reporter. Disney closes $4.06 billion Lucasfilm acquisition. So, the company says transaction included a cash payment of $2.21 billion and just under 37.1 million Disney shares. Now, the Walt Disney Company said Friday it completed its acquisition of Lucasfilm, the movie-making company founded by George Lucas. Okay, did anybody hear that? I'm going to say it again just in case you missed it. The Walt Disney Company said Friday it completed its acquisition of Lucasfilm. Did anybody catch that at all? The movie-making company founded by George Lucas for a cash payment of $2.21 billion and just under 37.1 million Disney shares, officially giving the massive media conglomerate free reign over the multi-billion-dollar Star Wars franchise. Yes, in the end, they do have Star Wars, but that is not what they bought. Based on the $50 closing price of Disney shares, the purchase price was $4.06 billion, slightly more than the $4 billion Disney paid for Marvel Entertainment. Now, if I would have read this article correctly, they say slightly less, but obviously there was a typo there because even news media outlets can't get anything right. But they paid for that in 2009. Though far less than the $7.4 billion it paid for Pixar in 2006. So, beyond the Star Wars franchise, Friday's purchase also includes operating businesses in live-action film production as well as substantial portfolio of entertainment technologies, Disney said Friday. Operational brands include, okay, now get ready to this, because let me know if you actually hear Star Wars in this list of brands that they purchased. Lucasfilm, LucasArts, Industrial Light and Magic, and Skywalker Sound. I'm going to read that again. Included Lucasfilm, LucasArts, Industrial Light and Magic, and Skywalker Sound. I don't remember reading that they actually purchased Star Wars. Now, okay, granted, Star Wars winds up coming with Lucasfilm and LucasArts and all the other ones, yeah, but that is not what they bought, people. Come on. It's been since 2012 and you are still getting it wrong. How? We're thrilled to welcome Lucasfilm to the Disney family, said Bob Iger. I bet we are, Bob. Star Wars is one of the greatest family entertainment franchises of all time, and this transaction combines that world-class content with Disney's unique and unparalleled creativity across multiple platforms and destroy all the canon and all the characters that we love in the process. Businesses and markets, which we believe will generate growth as well as significant long-term value. In late October, Disney announced it was buying Lucasfilm and commissioning a new Star Wars movie to be released in 2015. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy will executive produce the film, which will be written by Toy Story 3 writer Michael Arndt. So when the arguments arise that, well, I don't understand how Disney would pay $4.6 billion for a franchise and wind up leaving certain rights in the hands of Lucas, you don't really know what you're talking about. They did not buy Star Wars. Do your homework. Get it right. Now, I know it's kind of hard to actually just get out there and do a little bit of searching on the internet because the internet is such a scary place. And, it's very frightening to get out there and actually look for information. I don't know, it's right fucking there. But, it can be done. It's not that hard. Maybe you should, instead of sending that person out to go get you a cup of coffee or something, maybe you should have them look on the internet and get the right fucking information so you don't sound like a jackass when you're saying things like, well, I don't understand how they bought Star Wars and are allowing George to get anything back from it, because you sound like a fucking moron when you do it. I am extremely unapologetic for that, because I don't care if you are going to fuck it up and get it wrong constantly and you don't want to listen to nobody. I am going to call your ass out on it. At least get it right. If you're going to complain about this shit, at least have your facts right. That's all I'm asking. It's not that hard to research it. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are involved in this, in this name slinging with Disney over this particular point, saying, well, like I've already said, they don't understand how George could wind up getting any percentage and residuals back and blah, 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 blah. But you just got to realize the stuff that you've been listening to, the rumors and the myths about, oh, well, they just bought the franchise. It is wrong. It is wrong. I mean, you know what? A lot of these people have just heard this stuff for so long, they just don't know that anything else really happened. And to them, this is a fact now. It has become straight up fact that is how it went down, when it is not the truth. And the idea that Disney actually paid, $4.6 billion. Well, that's erroneous too, because they only paid $2.21 billion. Now there's the 37.1 million Disney shares, but did the Disney shares really cost Disney anything to give to Lucas? I fucking doubt it very highly. Now, I have no doubt that, there probably will be a few people that are going to get a little butthurt over this, and maybe they're going to take it a little bit personal. I say this to you. Don't be swole about this. Just take it in stride. I'm giving you factual information that you probably should have just been able to find on your own. And stop listening to everybody else that is spewing ideas. Do your own research first before you start talking on something. It is really not that hard to do. I am not mad at anybody. I am just irritated at the fact that people just can't get their facts right. And then they just put their heads in the sand, and then they ignore the facts that are right there in front of them when somebody's trying to give it to them. You know what? There's plenty of people out there that just want to sit there and continue with this stupid narrative. and they just don't want to listen to the truth because, well, I guess it just doesn't suit their purpose for whatever reason, because it sounds so much better just to say, well, this and that and that and this because everybody else is saying it. You know what? Be your own person. Stand up and say what the truth is. You know what? Sometimes the truth is not always what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Anyway, guys, that is all I have to say on this. I really don't want to talk about it ever again. I really didn't want to talk about it again this time because, but quite honestly, I'm just tired of hearing it and just sick of it. I just don't understand why people can't get things right. So, as always, if you didn't mind what you heard and everything and you'd like to leave me a comment, go ahead and do so down below. Of course, if you like what you heard and I haven't irritated you to the point that you're ready to smash that down button, then go ahead and destroy the like button for me, because I really would hate to send my guinea pig army out in the middle of the night to take off your toes. And of course, if you're new to the channel and I haven't scared you away by now, go ahead and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you all next time. Later, y'all.